Someone will say, take me as I am. You, the way you are, do you like you the way you are? When will you marry? All your friends are getting married. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and marry so we can come and eat at your wedding. What's funny is that these people probably went through the same thing when they were in their prime. Why do we choose to continue this tradition as if marriage is the ultimate goal for everybody in this life? Why? Your friends are getting married. Your friends are giving birth. Yes, true. But some of my friends are divorcing, Some of my friends have happy marriages. Some of my friends have amazing kids and lovely husbands. But then some do not have jobs. Some do not have anything going for them. How about those? Some have died, if you're just going to be raw like that. Some have passed on. But I'm here, and you think that the only thing that makes me a person is having a partner or a husband or a wife. Do I get an Oscar already? Hello, welcome back to another episode of Chicha with Antwiwaa. My name is Antwiwaa if you are new here, and if you're returning, what's up my G? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are talking marriage. The pressure to get married. Are you being left behind? And ultimately, when will you marry? Like our aunties and the people that won't let us have our peace of mind like to ask. So yeah, get comfortable and let's get into this conversation. Feel free to leave your 2 cents in the comment section. I'll be glad to indulge you and also be grateful that you indulge me. Now let's dissect this topic. Do you know what's interesting? No one has actually asked me this question to my face. Like, I'm not sure how I'd react if somebody literally asks me to my face, when will you marry? But the other interesting thing is that there are people that have no self-respect, I'm just going to say that go ahead and ask young people when will they marry. I didn't know that in 2021 we will still be dealing with the same thing, but it looks like society doesn't just stop with this question. What is worse is the pressure that we end up putting on ourselves to get married, maybe at a certain age or to a certain type of person, and that is worse than the pressure that everybody around us is putting on us, because that pressure makes us begin to wonder if we are good enough, if there is something wrong with us, why everybody else is in love and engaged and we're here and we're single, or we're in a relationship and the person we are with doesn't seem to want to get married to us anytime soon, which is such a horrible place to be in. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some things I've learned, some tips I can give you where I am right now in my life, if you have any desire at all to get married. If when you close your eyes and you think about your future 5 years, 10 years from now, and you see a husband and amazing kids in it, or even if you see just a husband in it, I'm going to be sharing the things I've learned along the line. For the record, I am not married, and so you don't have any obligation to take any advice from me, but I'm literally in the spot you're in, and I can definitely relate to whatever pressure you may feel. If you want to hear me out, definitely stick around. I can go on about the aunties and the uncles that keep poking their noses into our business and constantly try to ask us this question every single time they come across us, but I don't see the purpose that we serve in this video. My only hope is that when we are also old and in our 40s and have nieces and nephews, we don't put ourselves in that position where we are asking them these questions. We don't exert this type of pressure on them as is being exerted on us. If you don't have any desire of getting married or settling down, these tips are not for you. I would definitely outrightly say that I definitely desire to get married. I want to have amazing children running all around my house every single day of the week. I want to have an amazing husband. I want to do life with somebody, and it is definitely a dream or a vision that I have for myself. The very first thing I have to say with regards to pressure to get married, or if you're being left behind, is that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Why on God's earth will you think that there's something wrong with you? There is no excuse. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter if every single person in your graduating year group is married. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Know this and know peace. The second thing that will work for us is to grow very thick skin. Skin this thick. If you can grow skin that is this thick, that can withstand all the unnecessary questions and pressure from everybody outside, then that will serve you very well. I also think that removing yourself from situations or circumstances that allow people to speak to you that way will also help. For example, if you have a family reunion every other Christmas, and every single time you go to that reunion, you cannot have a good time because every single auntie is breathing over your neck, or every single uncle is breathing over your neck and asking you the same thing over and over again, then you're probably better off not attending any of those family reunions. There's so many things that we can just remove ourselves from. You can literally block these aunties and uncles from your WhatsApp. Nobody is above blocking.
Nobody above blocking. If you stress me, I block you. If you give me attitude, I block you. If you do like Olori Buruku, I block you. Nobody above blocking.
If they're messing with you, messing with your self-worth, messing with your mental health, it is okay to block them. You can explain when you see them. It doesn't show disrespect. It is your WhatsApp, it is your messaging. You decide who to let in, and that is it. Once those first 2 tips are settled, I'm coming right to you. You didn't think I was going to bash aunties and uncles and leave you out, did you? Brace yourself. There is something known as the internal locus of control, and it is basically the extent to which people think that we have control over what is happening in our lives. When it comes to marriage and settling down, even though a good number of us do not like to admit it, even though this is an unpopular opinion, you must know that you play a role. You must know that to a certain degree, you and your actions are the reason you are not married right now. Yes, life, circumstances, all of that play a role. A man coming into your life and stepping up and asking the big question plays a role. Of course, that plays a role. Sorry guys, I'm probably going to be very biased to the ladies in this video, so it is what it is. But yeah, all I'm saying is me and you play some role, you know, even if it's a small percentage, we play a role as to why we are not married if we truly desire to get married. God's time is the best. It's true. It's very true. God's time is always the best. But are you doing your part? I was scrolling on Instagram the other day and there's this girl, I don't know her name, but if I find that TikTok, I'll insert it on the screen. And she made this very funny TikTok about how Christian girls are literally at home praying for a man.
So let me get this straight. If I want a husband, I gotta go on dates? Exactly. With multiple men? Possibly. Oh no, that sounds ghetto. Here we go. Like, I gotta leave my house.
Well, yeah, but you want me to just drop him on your front porch?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. You're the God that parted the Red Sea. You're the God that delivered Daniel from the lion's den. You're the God that makes the blind see, the lame walk, and the dumb talk. You are the God that created everything out of nothing, for crying out loud. You are more than able to drop the perfect man on my front porch.
Nice speech. Yes, I can, but I won't.
I'm gonna see for myself.
And that is literally most of us who are saying that we want to get married, myself inclusive. You're sitting in your father's house or in your apartment and you want a man to miraculously show up in your life, sweep you off your feet, put a ring on your finger, and give you the life of your dreams. Wow, Odo, you have big dreams. What role are you playing in this grand scheme of things? So yes, God's time is always the best, but position yourself so that it is in sync with His time. What kind of man do you want to spend the rest of your life with? What kind of woman do you want to spend the rest of your life with? Where does this type of man usually hang out? Go out. Hang out in those areas. Dress nicely. Look your best. Be open to talking to people. When you go out, don't be that person that is frowning and is all closed in and people can't approach you because you don't look like you want anybody talking to you. Be approachable if you want to be approached by the man that you want to get married to. But just sitting at home and praying and fasting and saying that God's time is the best is working against us. The second thing I think we should consider if we desire to get married is to work on yourself. Make sure that you're working to improve yourself and the quality of life that you have so that it would be at par or almost at par with the kind of man you want to be with. Okay? Someone will say, take me as I am. You, the way you are, do you like you the way you are? You don't have any money in savings. You don't know anything about finances. How are you going to run a home? You don't know basic life skills. You're lacking in emotional intelligence. How are you going to sustain a marriage for 40 years or even be useful, quote unquote, to the partner that comes into your life? You have bad sleeping habits, you have bad eating habits, you're eating all the things that are wrong, not just for your, physical appearance, but are wrong for your kidney, your lungs, your heart. And forget about, physical appearance for now. And just think about your heart and your kidney and your lungs. You're doing all these things and yet you want a man that will treat you like a queen. You yourself, you're not treating yourself as a queen. Know what you want, position yourself and work on yourself so that when whatever you want avails itself, it will just be an instant match. Love yourself enough to buy the things that you want someone to pay for, to buy for you. so that when that person sees that you're doing these things for yourself, the person has no other option but to do them for you too. The next thing I would say with regards to this topic is to stop setting yourself up for failure. You know the kind of man you want. You know your spec. You know what you want him to have going in life. You know all that. It's in the back of your mind. Of course, sometimes you don't have every single thing on your list, but you know the parts of your list that are very, very, very important to you. Yet, you're with somebody that hasn't even ticked 2 things on your list. You're just wasting your time. If that man gets up today and decides to propose to you, you probably wouldn't say yes. So why are you still with him? You want to get married to a wealthy man from a good family. You're with a man that doesn't have any vision or doesn't seem to want to even bother to care what direction his life is going. What are you doing? Like, make it make sense. There are so many of us that know exactly what we are looking for, but yet we spend years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in relationships with people that are obviously not exactly what we are looking for, or that are not even close to what we are looking for. And we think that us being there, us devoting our time and our energy and our knowledge and our wisdom and our resources is some way, somehow going to transform this person from being this person that they are to becoming this person that we so much desire to spend the rest of our life with. And if you're doing this, you're setting yourself up to fail. Let them call you names. They can call you a gold digger. They can call you whatever names they want, right? But staying in a 7-year relationship hoping that this person is going to miraculously become wealthy. It's okay to be optimistic, right? It's okay to believe in the partner you are with, but sometimes you need to call a spade a spade. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just where you see yourself and where your partner sees themselves is not entirely in sync. So the 2 of you probably shouldn't be together. And I think one thing that a good number of us have, I don't want to call it falling victim to, but I cannot find a better word or a better phrase. But it's being with someone and we don't even know what their plans are. So you're with this person for 2-3 years and you've not been able to have a conversation on what you want versus what he wants. So you probably want to get married this year or in a year or 2. And this guy is thinking of buying a plot of land, a house and a car before he settles down, which will probably be in the next 5 years. And you're thinking of doing it in the next 2 years. The next thing I'll say is have these conversations. Don't be scared. I think that for the most part, I feel like having this conversation with whoever you're with meant that you're looking desperate. But make sure that you're asking that question, even if it is not in a what are we type of way. Or you can just simply say that, okay, so these are my plans for the next 2 years. What are yours? And based on his response, you know that, okay, your plans and my plans are not in sync. So it's obviously not going to work. So yeah, do not set yourself up to fail. Then the next thing I think we should do is enjoy ourselves. Enjoy your time being single. Enjoy your time dating. Enjoy your time getting to know all these other men that are expressing interest in you. Of course, do not go around, just do what you please, but hopefully you're not going around and just, yeah. But have a good time, travel, read some books, try new adventures, try new hobbies. Enjoy this time of your life, this time where you have no kids, no husband, no in-laws to worry about, and all you have is yourself, your dreams, your goals, the things that make you happy, the things that put a smile on your face. I know that it is very easy for us to be thinking so much about all these things, like when will I get married, my body clock is ticking, or will I be able to have kids if I don't get married in 2-3 years, and all of these things. And they are actually legit, genuine, valid questions that you should be asking, but don't get too caught up trying to worry so much about the future that you forget to have a good time. I have friends that are now married, happily married, with cute kids that make me want to have kids. But they always tell you that if they could go back and enjoy being single or enjoy being in a relationship, they would definitely have more fun and just genuinely enjoy themselves. Because once a husband comes, once kids come, you have a lot more responsibilities and you're just not for yourself anymore. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and I will see you over in this one.